While growth is strong for many distributors this year, and in general optimism is high, there's still a certain level of uncertainty underlying that optimism.
Contributing to that uncertainty are the volatile political environment, the economy in general, and the upcoming elections and all the uncertainty that that brings. In addition, we're waiting for the Supreme Court to rule on Obamacare and all of its components, as well as watching Congress to see if they can get things resolved and prevent us from going off a tax cliff at the end of the year.
But the most successful distributors, despite this uncertainty, are continuing to push forward on strategic initiatives and investments for 2012. We spoke to dozens of distributors this year for our 2012 Distribution Trends Report. Here are the 4 trends that we outline.
Even with the high overall unemployment numbers across the country, finding the right people to fill open positions remains a challenge for many distributors. We're hearing it across sectors. Either the existing talent pool that is available doesn't have the right set of skills, or the industry isn't reaching the people who do. And we're seeing more of those open positions because their current staffs can't handle the uptick in business that we've seen as well. They cut so much during the recession that any uptick creates a lot of stress. Eric Max, the Vice President of Marketing for the Genie Group, an electronics distribution marketing group, said that distributors need to just be a lot more technically proficient nowadays. For electronics, that means being able to provide design help, for example, or offering more supply chain management. For other sectors, it may be additional training on products or inventory management, a trend that you'll touch on in a few moments. That said, certain sectors are also reporting specific labor shortages. For example, more than one person in the building materials sector indicated a shortage of delivery drivers or people with commercial driver's licenses. And because of that shortage, wages for those jobs are rising and competition for qualified employees can be fierce. And some national companies are reporting more reluctance from potential hires to relocate. Ultimately, the underlying message is that more work needs to be done to make sure that the people being put into these positions are actually prepared to be in these positions. As one building materials distributor told me, everyone wants someone who can plug and play into the position, someone who knows the industry already. But there really aren't that many people out there, and there's a lot of competition for those that are. As such, training has also become a key focus. The Fastener Training Institute, part of the PacWest Fastener Association, has been selling out its training sessions like never before, according to Mike McGuire, the publisher and editor of American Fastener Journal. And at the same time, the percentage of sales or budget being allocated to training is still dismal, according to David Gordon. Distributors seem to be having a hard time finding the appropriate level of investment to get the results that they want from their employees.
Each year, we also look at trends related to inventory management. Inventory is one of distributors' largest assets, making it a critical piece of the distribution profitability puzzle. This year, we're hearing that distributors continue to be increasingly strategic about how they are stocking their warehouses. Jason Bader of the distribution team tells me that management is working harder to get the most out of their inventory management processes and systems. They want to be sure they are structured to meet the growing demand that many are seeing right now. As Jason put it, they want to be sure they are not selling out of an empty wagon. Another trend we are seeing related to inventory is an increase in focus on vending as a growth strategy. Vending is not a new concept, but many of the largest industrial distributors in particular, MSC Industrial Supply, Grainger, Fastenal to name a few, have called out vending services in the past year as key and fast-growing elements of their strategic growth plans. Fastenal, for example, reported in the first quarter that 17.8% of its sales were with customers using a vending solution. A year prior, that number was just 8.9%. That's a significant increase. This shift has challenged smaller industrial distributors that want to compete who may not yet have the capital needed to pursue such a strategy. It is also a challenge for smaller distributors as it gives larger companies a way to further embed themselves in a customer's facility as the supplier of choice. That said, some distributors tell us that vending is not necessarily the best fit for all customers or all product lines. Still, expect to see vending continue to be a big focus over the next couple of years.